Who am I? I'm Spider-Man. Welcome back to Let's Play Fate Stay Night Real Tenua. Previously, we started our adventure as Shiro, and that was really awesome because, you know, Shiro is the man. He's the legend. He's the guy that wakes up in the morning by a sweet old girl named Sakura, gets cooked breakfast, and is an all-around nice person. He's really cool. I'm rather enjoying his character. I'm enjoying making the connections to previous plots because we met up with Rin again, which was neat, and we got the amazing backstory, his backstory, and we saw some great Kiritsugu flashbacks and stuff that made me feel extremely sad because it's painful. It's definitely very, very painful, but you know. What can you do about that? I don't know. So, you know, that being said, I think we should just go ahead and get started. We left off with, you know, getting angry at Shinji. Not really. And we have to fix certain things in the school. We could choose to either go work or hang out with Issei. So let's go ahead and make that decision, why don't we? There are two options. Okay. I'll help Issei out. It's something I've started. Excuse the background noise, everyone. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. Holy shit, my fan's on. I gotta turn that off. Apologies if you can hear that. Ah, stretch. There we go. I got it. Ah, my fuck. Oh no. Okay, I think we're fine. I should finish the job I began this morning. Oh, sweet. An art club patient. All right. Oh, Shiro, stop being Madara. You can pee without people looking at you, right? Thanks, Issei. Thanks for being a bro. Appreciate you. Issei quickly walks to the hallway, and I follow him out of the classroom in a hurry. Oh, we're at nighttime. If this were day 3 or day 2, then Shiro is gonna get stabbed by Lancer. The sun is already set when we leave the school building. This music track is really nice, by the way. The school gates are already closed. It's 7 o'clock and way past curfew, but thanks to Issei, we're not in trouble. Well, I sure could go for grilled cheese later on if you could do that. But Shiro, you realize I do not have much money left. I mean, I'm sure you could spare a couple hundred. Shiro, I am literally losing every dime that I have to the Tosaka bitch. So please. Well, fine. You certainly said you could do anything for me, but whatever. Who's the judge? I didn't help him to get something in return, so there's nothing I want from Issei, except for that fucking sandwich. Believe me, if that Tosaka ever asks you to do anything, I want you to decline, because there's nothing good that will ever come out with hanging with her. I know, for example. But I really enjoy Issei looking out for his buddy. This is already proving that Shiro is just an all-around stand-up person. He just helps people just because he's asked to do so. Meaning, I'm gonna guess people probably step on him and try to use him a lot. But I'm sure Shiro isn't that dumb because he was said to have quite a large temper by Issei, actually.
エミヤも忙しい身なのだから、たまには他人の頼みなど断ってもよかろう。
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, to be fair, it can be rather hard to turn down people because it makes you feel terrible sometimes, but, you know, for the betterment of yourself, you have to decline sometimes because you gotta go and look out for yourself in certain situations. It's just how it is. You know, Shiro, you're my best friend, and I'm just looking out for you. Fucking baka. I can't really tell, but it seems like Issei's worried about me. I've been called helpful since I was in middle school, as I don't turn down requests for help and don't ask for anything in return. I guess Issei thinks that's dangerous, but I'm doing it because I want to, and it's not a problem as I decline things that I think are beyond me.
それは一星がするような心配じゃない。自分のことは自分が一番わかってるさ。それに人助けは善行だろ。寺の息子が咎めるようなことじゃあるまい。
しかしな、エミヤのは度が過ぎるというか、このまま行くと潰れるというか。
Is this gonna be taken literally later? Perhaps Shiro will be getting taken advantage of, maybe.
忠告は受け取っとく。それじゃあまた明日。
Nice friends. I like them.
それではまた明日。
I think I cut Shiro off accidentally. My bad. Issei leaves, looking discontented. Issei's house, Ryudo Temple, is up in the mountains, so naturally our routes home go in different directions. I walk through the moonlit town. Walking up the road, I notice that there aren't many people around. The time is around 7:30. It's quite fucking dark, but it is wintertime, so it does make sense. There should be people around at this time, but there's no sign of anyone.
そういえば確か。
Sakura. There was some crime here in Miyama City a few days ago. A burglar murdered someone, I think. That must be why there's no one around and why the school curfew became 6 o'clock.
ガス漏れに強盗か。物騒なことになってきたな。
What is this, the plot to a freaking mystery, like, escape game? Like, damn. No wonder there are fewer people walking around at night. It's getting too dangerous to let Sakura go home on her own. Oh, if you let her go home on your own, Gilgamesh is gonna talk to her. That's bad. That's very bad, Shiro. Please don't. Sakura's house is in the residential area on the other side of town. Starting tonight, I should walk her home. Huh? For a moment, I can't believe my eyes. There is someone on the road which I thought was empty. The person is standing above me as if looking down at me. Yeah, it's motherfucking Gilgamesh, isn't it? No! Illya! What? Are you? You can't be serious. No way. We meet Illya this early in the game? Illya, what are you doing here? How did you escape from the Einsburn Manor, you silly little goober? Oh, she's so cute. Her little red eyes and her looking just like your mother, Illya. Fuck, my heart is. But who knew you'd be meeting your brother face to face so soon? I mean, it's not like you're related by blood, but you know, you're technically siblings now. Without realizing it, I hold my breath. The silver-haired girl smiles and descends the hill without a sound. As she passes,
早く呼び出さないと死んじゃうよ、お兄ちゃん。
How am I supposed to stomach this? Thanks, Illya. Aw, sweet. I mean, you weren't wrong. If I don't summon Seiba soon enough, I'm gonna get stabbed through the chest. And you're already calling him Onii-Chan, huh? Does that mean you already know? Or are you just, you know, one of those little Japanese girls that loves to call you know, strangers Onii-Chan for some reason. Unless Illya just has a gut feeling instinct. It's like the Einspurten blood in her boils whenever a relative is near. It's the fucking the incestual Einsburn sensor. It's for the rituals. Illya, what the heck? Imagine being Shiro. And just, this would be the strangest encounter of all time. I wouldn't be able to go sleep that night. She says something strange. Oh man. I go up the hill and reach my house. As the lights are on, Sakura and Fujine must be home already. Hey, relaxing music. I smell dinner the moment I enter the living room. At the table are Sakura and Fujine in the middle of dinner. It seems the main dish tonight is chicken and cream. And Fujine, who loves white sauce, is in a good mood. I fucking love chicken, so hell yeah. Oh, no worries, Sakura. I just encountered a little weird girl. And had to help out, so it's really no big deal. You know, it's not like I'm gonna get stabbed later. I think I'll be fine.
遅くなってごめんな。もうちょっと早く帰ってくればよかったんだけど。
I thought Shiro's really just brushing off that encounter.
いいです。ちゃんと間に合いましたから。ちょっと待っててくださいね。すぐ用意しますから。
Oh, you're so sweet, Sakura.
頼む。手を洗ってくるから、人のおかずを食べないように、藤根を見張っといてくれ。
She really loves that sauce, huh?
はい。きちんと見張っています。
I return to my room. It's a fairly empty room compared to the shed, but since I don't have any hobbies, I think it's quite decorated. Most of them are random things Fujine has left here, though. I wash my hands, change, and return to the living room to find my dinner ready.
いただきます。
Itadakimasu.
はい。お口に合えばいいんですけど。
I'm sure it'll be wonderful, Sakura. Sakura is terribly modest. Her cooking skills have vastly improved in the past year. She has me completely beaten at Western-style foods, and I can barely beat her at Japanese food. Neither of us have touched Chinese, though. I'm pleased my pupil is getting better, but it's kinda depressing when the teacher is defeated by the student. It's as good as I expected. Chicken becomes harder the longer you cook it, so it's juicier and tastier if you roast it before cooking it, even though it's tedious. That's done perfectly here. It's a master skill forever beyond the clumsy Fujine.
どうでしょうか、先輩。今日のはうまくいったと思うんですけど。
Oh, you think, Sakura? Because you did. Come on.
文句なし。ホワイトソースも絶妙だ。もう洋物じゃさくらにはかなわないな。
That smile is everything in the world.
さくらちゃんがご飯作ってくれるようになってからお肉関係が美味しくなった。
Fujine's going nuts over this. I mean, she is like a tiger after all. Gotta devour. With that, Fujine, who had been preoccupied with her food, lifts up her head.
あ、ダメよシロ。学生がこんな洋服に帰ってきちゃいけないんだから。
I'm not too sure I agree. Seems she's in a bad mood now that she's seen my face. Even though she was happy because of dinner.
もう、また誰かの手伝いをしてたんでしょう。それはそれでいいことだけど、こんな時ぐらいは早く帰ってきなさい。最近物騒だぞってホームルームで言ったじゃない。
To be fair, Fujine is actually looking out for Shiro quite a bit. So I guess everybody knows that, or most people that pay attention to Shiro just understand that he helps people too much, and that they try to advise him against it, but Shiro's just too much of a good guy to decline. I mean, I can relate to that a lot. There are a lot of times where in class it'd be inconvenient, but I'd be requested of things from other students, or you know, to give aid, and as much as you don't want to sometimes, sometimes I believe it's best to just accept to help if you're up to the task, like Shiro said. If you're unable to do it, then, you know, you should state that before trying to help out.
あれ、シロに対して言ったんだからね。
Yeah, I get it,
あ
Fujine.
のさ、わざわざホームルームで言わなくても、うちで言えばいいんじゃないの？
Yeah, what are you trying to be, my mom in homeroom, huh?
ここで言っても聞かないもの。学校でガツンと言った方がシロには効果的なんだもん。
You know what? You actually make a fair point.
先生、それは職権乱用というか公私混同だと思います。
Fuck. Sakura just like literally roasted you, Fujine. How dare you? That's enough of your authority!
それぐらいしないとシロはダメなのよ。
Oh my
いつ
goodness.
も人の手伝いばっかりして損してるからさ。たまにはまっすぐ帰ってきてのんびりしててもいいじゃないバカチン。
Hey, I'm not an idiot. I'm just a dummy.
バカチンとはなんだよ、バカチンとは。いいじゃないか。誰かの手伝いをして、それでその人が助かるんなら、損なんかしてないぞ。
I agree with Shiro here. Like, come on, bro. I'm literally helping people and they want to be helped. It's like, well, how am I losing?
はあ、キリツグさんに似たのかな。シロがそんなんじゃお姉ちゃん心配だよ。
The little bits and pieces that we learn about Kiritsugu is quite wonderful. Don't exactly know how she's worried as she's energetically munching down her dinner.
藤村先生、今の話からすると先輩って昔からそうなんですか？
Sakura's really interested in learning more about Shiro.
昔からそうなの。なんか困ってる人がいたら自分から手を出しちゃうタイプ。けどおせっかいってわけじゃなくて、シロはね、単におませさんなのだ。
Just a bit precocious. That does actually fit his character rather well. Fujine laughs
藤
dangerously.
ね、余計なこと言ったら怒るぞ。もうさくらもつまんないこと聞くなよな。
Boring! I glare at them. That means Shiro does have a
藤
temper.
村先生、お話を続けてください。
Sakura's like, no! I'm gonna learn about you, Shiro, whether you like it or not. Oh no. Fujine clicks her tongue and backs down, but... Fujimura-sensei, please continue. Sakura is taking the lesson seriously.
じゃあ話しちゃおう。これがね、シロは困った人を放っておけない性格なのよ。弱きを助け強きをくじくってやつ。子供の頃の作文なんてね、僕の夢は正義の味方になることですだったんだから。
My heart, man. My heart. You got that from Kiritsugu. It brings a fucking chill to my spine to think about Shiro, I love you. Even in his essays as a kid. Oh my goodness, this is... Ugh. Sakura's like, what? She's talking about things from so long ago. It's all true, so I don't interrupt. Anyways, becoming a superhero is a goal I must not stray from even now.
わあ、すごい子供だったんですね、先輩。
Sakura's like, hold the phone! You actually acted like a kid at one point? Damn! Shiro's like, but it's not, I'm not being a kid here! I'm being serious! I want to be a superhero!
すごかったよ。年上の男の子にいじめられてる女の子がいたら助けに入ってくれたし、キリツグさんが武将だったから家事だって一生懸命こなしてたし。
Wow, what a freaking legend this dude is.
ああ、あの頃は可愛くて純真だったのに、それがどうしてこんなひねくれた子になっちゃったんだろうな。
By crooked, do you mean as crooked as your personality? Because you seem to flip-flop between them a lot.
そりゃ藤姉がいたからだろう。ダメな大人を見てると子供はいろいろ考えるんだよ。
Oh.
悔しかったらちゃんと自分で飯作ってみろ。
Oh, freaking destroyed her. Learn to make your own damn dinner. No! Oh. Oh no! Shiro made Fujine cry! Sakura isn't gonna be pleased. Shiro, run! You gotta get out of here! Get some pots and pans! Guard yourself! Fujine crumbles. Thought she might drop her head and repent, but...
お 姉ちゃんは悲しいよ。さくらちゃん、おかわり。
Fujine asks for her third bowl. Oh my god, Fujine is actually adorable. I love this slice of life stuff. It just makes my heart happy. Because, you know, there's bound to be a lot of sad shit coming, so it's only nice to just feel, you know, good things. Relaxing after dinner, it's almost 9 o'clock. Do I really have another choice? There's some time before my evening training. I should... Oh, fuck. Alright, let's save the game. Savity save. Save. Okay. Episode 6, Choice 1. Wow, I didn't expect a choice here already. Holy crap, I can play with Fujine? I can literally go to sleep, take Sakura home, and, just had Grand Central Station arrive at the house. You know, trains and different cars and stuff, but I think we're perfectly fine now. So, we've been presented a choice. We can take Sakura home, we can play with Fujine, and we can rest. Well, I've already chosen one choice with Sakura, and as much as I would love to take her home and hang out with her, I'm gonna try to hang out with Fujine, just to get some more of her personality and, you know, spend more time with her since, I haven't really, you know, this is the first choice with her included in it. So, let's go ahead and play with Fujine. Well, it might be fun to see how Fujine is doing. Swap her special white sauce. That'd be great. What are we about to do? No. Fujine is silently peeling oranges. On the table there are 2 orange skins shaped like flowers. Is it some curse that she can't even skin an apple, but she's rather talented at artistically peeling oranges? Nice, let's complain. How dare you tell Sakura my fantasies to become a hero?
別にいいじゃん。もう昔のことなんだし、さくらちゃんも喜んでたし。それよりはい、今日のノルマ。
Oh, an orange?
今日は1日1個だからね。
Dude, that sounds delicious. Give me that orange. She takes an orange out of a small box and throws it to me. Whoa!
みかんぐらいで怪獣されないぞ。
I would.
さくらだったからいいようなものの、学校であんな話するなよ。一世あたりが変な心配するから。
You know, Shiro, I've never really thought of you as that weird, but being a hero? What are you, stupid? Do you not think? Shiro, I want you to look at me in the eyes and tell me, I will not become a hero. That's stupid and far-fetched. Oh no, don't tell Mitsuzuri. Oh no. Well, thanks, Fujine.
だからさくらにもするなって言ってるの。あんなつまんない話されたらさくらだっていい迷惑だろ。
I will call you Taiga again.
今度やったら怒るからな。
I will make it in my best effort to peel your oranges into tiger-shaped freaking peels. I glare at Fujine to show her that I'm serious. Oh.
なんだ、そっか、そういうわけ。つまりシロはそうなのよ。
Fujine, are you a Pokemon? Because you're kind of scaring me right now. But Fujine just grins widely and she seems very pleased.
なんかこうカチンときたかも。何納得してんだよ。
Bakatora. Ah, I glared at her stupid face.
トラでもいいよーだ。要するにあれでしょ。
I don't care if I'm a
知られ
tiger.
るのは嫌だったのよ。
Oh man, now you're just teasing the hell out of
他
me.
の人に正義の味方になりたいなんて知られても気にしないけど、さくらちゃんに知られるのは恥ずかしかったわけね。
What? I don't think so.
そういうことならどんどん話しちゃう
Oh,
から。
come on. Fujine, how dare.
シロもようやくさくらちゃんを意識しだしたか。
Hey, she's trying to be the best wingman. I can
教師
respect
として
it.
ちょっと心配だけど、保護者としてはちょっ
I'm
と安
worried
心
as a
したかな。
teacher, but as
けど
your
お
guardian,
姉ちゃん
hell
はちょ
yeah.
っと寂しいかな。
He says so with great emotion. Then she throws a whole orange into her mouth. Fujine can eat things as big as her fist in one bite. Quite a talent you have there. I guess it'd be an attractive quality somewhere in the savannah, but I don't think an older woman needs such wild charms. Well, you'd be surprised, Shiro.
あれ先輩、お風呂入ってたんじゃないんですか？
Not exactly. And Sakura, finished with the dishes, comes into the living room.
藤根に話があってちょっと後回し。さくら、みかん食べるか？
I reach for the stack of oranges. It's a strange turn of events, but staying here with them should be fun too.
それならさっき藤村先生にいただきました。私用に取っておいてくれたおみかんで美味しかったです。
さくらちゃんは生の果物はダメだからね。
What do you mean she can't eat fresh
調理
fruit?
したやつか、アイスみたいに冷やしてないと食べてくれないのだ。で、さくらちゃんそろそろ時間？
What do you mean she can't eat fresh fruit?
はい。後片付けも済みましたから、今日はもう帰ります。
That's a bit of an oddity. I don't understand, but okay, we'll just take it for what it is. I don't know if that's foreshadowing something, or maybe I'm just being aloof,
そっ
but
か。じゃあ私もおいとまするわ。さくらちゃん行こう。最近は物騒だから近くまで送って行ってあげる。
good. Thank you, Fujine. At least someone can take Sakura home. Fujine seizes her massive consumption of oranges and stands up. Her actions are almost those of a responsible elder.
いいんですか、先生？
Oh,
当然でしょう。さくらちゃんもシロウも私が預かってるんだから、ちゃんと家まで送り届けないと。シロウもそれでいいでしょ。私たちが帰ったらちゃんと戸締まりして寝るのよ。
fine, fine. But I've got to walk the dog before I sleep, if you know what I'm saying.
了解。藤根なら痴漢が出ようが熊が出ようが安心だ。
Yeah, Fujine just goes into tiger mode, rips them apart.
そう
Right by the
でもない
balls.
わよ。さすがにクマは無理でしょ。うん、無理だからここまで逃げ帰ってくるね。そしたら二人でやっつけて、明日は熊鍋かな。
Her personality is so wacky. Everything she says is so surprising. I can never get a read on what she's thinking, but she's so funny. Fujine smiles confidently. Yeah. Fujine usually does her own thing and causes havoc, but when she's acting as a teacher, she's a very responsible person.
行こっか、さくらちゃん。それじゃ、また明日ね、シロウ。
See you tomorrow, Fujine.
はい。それじゃあおやすみなさい、先輩。
Mm-hmm. They leave the house. I follow them out to the entrance and lock up the house as Fujine instructed. Well, back to the shed it is. And so, the day ends. Just before midnight, Shiro must carry out his daily routine of using magic. Oh. Well, I keep getting interrupted today. The recording was being a real pain in the ass, but I'm back. It's been a little, like 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes, like 10 minutes, but let's continue. We're working on magic. It is really neat how, like, Shiro's kind of living this double life almost. He has to, much like Magus, like Rin, he has to hide it, which is a nice little parallel there. I stretch out and adjust my breathing. I try to empty my mind. I ignore everything around me and pay attention only to what's in. I cannot read, I am so sorry. I ignore everything around me and pay attention only to what is inside me. Trace. As if to hypnotize myself, I murmur the spell I'm long accustomed to. No, I really am hypnotizing myself. As I have no magic crest and no knowledge of magic, the spell is only a change to myself. Normally, There are no lines in a human body to allow the passage of magical energy. Artificially change my body to create such a line, I need enough concentration to unify my whole body and every nerve within it. Magic is a battle with yourself. For instance, at this very moment, I am inserting a burning steel rod into my backbone. Whoa! What the fuck? This metal rod is the only magic circuit I can prepare for myself. My lord, Shiro is quite underpowered if he has to go through this much just to perform basic magic. But doesn't everybody have magic circuits? Or is that only like different magus from specific families? When I inserted this deep into my body and connected to the other nerves, I can finally become a magus. This is not a metaphor. In reality, something like a burning tongue which cannot be seen or felt is being inserted into my backbone. Ah! Holy oh, Shiro, God! All that just to be able to do some magic? What are you, crazy? Oh man, if Sakura Fujine found out, oh man, they would not be happy. What? Oh, he's remembering Kiritsugu's words. Emiya Kiritsugu, the man who said so, was really a magus. A living magus who performed many marvels and had touched the very structure of the world. You can say that alright. As a young child, I admired him and asked him to teach me magic. But you cannot become a magus just through effort. It requires born talent and appropriate knowledge. Damn, what is this, Naruto? And of course, I have no talent, and Kiritsugu taught me nothing of magic. I see. So all Shiro really has is effort and special like items like that rod that is pretty much the only magical circuit that he has to connect himself to. So extreme effort, training, and whatever useful tools he can have at his disposal is really all Shiro has. I really can admire him for how they're structuring his character as balanced in this world compared to all the other strong, insane fucking beings like Rin. Her power level compared to Shiro must be just on a completely different level of reality, almost. He said something about me having no need of such knowledge. I still don't know what he meant by that. But still, it didn't matter to me back then. I thought that if I could use magic, I could be like him. But I was not born with talent. No strength of magic circuit, no accumulated works of magic handed down for generations. The work of magic Kiritsugu possessed, the magic crest passed down to the Emiya family, can only be passed on to a blood relation. Right. A magic crest forces a rejection on those with no blood relation. So, as an adopted son, I could not receive the Emiya family's magic crest. Aw. I don't know if you'd want it, Shiro, though. The Emiya family's kind of cursed, really. Like, it's kind of ridiculous what happened to all of them. But I do feel bad for Shiro, as I'm sure that is something that he absolutely wanted. Well, anyways. As I don't even know what a magic crest is, it doesn't matter if I have one or not. So now, all it comes down to is training what I can do. If I want to be a magus, I have to learn magic fit to my nature. To be blunt, magic is a way to release one's magical energy. You could say that magical energy is my life force. It is divided into two forms, a large source, mana, floating around the world, and a small source, odd, created inside oneself. Oh man! We're really bringing up the same Berserk magic system. It's very similar there. Wow, that's awesome. It goes without saying that the large source is superior to the small one. The power of mana is only a completely different level from odd. Whatever the form of the magic, a spell using the large source far exceeds one using only one's own power. That is why superior magi excel at drawing magical energy from the world. Sage mode. It's like a filter. A magus turns his body into a filter, sucks up the mana from the world around him, and changes it into something else he can use. Too bad they have to put on a weird dog face, though. This filter is what we call a magic circuit. Oh, okay. good we are learning about magic circuits, because I need a refresher on them, because they are still kind of hard to understand for me at least. This is the talent one is born with, and the number of the magic circuits within you is determined the moment you are born. Wow. Yeah, you are either born with them, or you're not, or you're born with just a few. For example, Kenneth had a decent amount of magic circuits. If you remember, Kiritsugu's bullet worked on dependent on how many circuits they had. So if Kenneth was on a sorcerer's level with that many magic circuits, I believe Kenneth would have died instantly. Normally, human beings do not have many magic circuits. To begin with, there are always very few. That is why Magi pile them up, generation after generation, making their children more suitable to use magic, right? It's this fucked up system, just breed, and indoctrinate with the same old way of thinking and lifestyle that creates a non-stop cycle of just utter madness. It's such a class system that really is a bit sad in the Fate universe, given what we know about Magi being kind of really shit. I hear some families go too far and increase the number of magic circuits by selective breeding. Damn straight they do, and we're talking incest as well. Well, since I was raised in a normal family, I don't have many magic circuits, so that leaves only one method open to me. According to Kiritsugu, every person has at least one form of magic they are fit for. He said something about drawing out magical energy appropriate to their origin, but I didn't really understand. Nice! We're getting some more understanding of origin. Kiritsugu's origin was such a big part of Fate Zero, after all. All I know for sure is that even I have some magic I can use, and if I train that magic, I may be able to become like Kiritsugu. That is why I learned only that magic. That was 8 years ago. After a lot of thought, Kiritsugu finally accepted me as a student.
いいかいしろ。魔術を習うということは常識からかけ離れるということだ。
Yep, that's the way of thinking you need to understand.
殺すときは殺す。
Mm-hmm.
僕たちの本質は生ではなく死だからね。
Wow.
自らを滅ぼす道に他ならない。
Yeah. Magic isn't such a great thing if you really think about it in the context of the Fate universe. Our essence is not in life, but in death. Magic is only a way to destroy yourself. I guess I had no fear as a child. Kiritsugu smiled bitterly, putting his hand on the nodding Emiyashiro.
君に教えるのはそういった争いを呼ぶ類のものだ。
Mm-hmm. Wow, Kiritsugu, what a wise man.
だから人前で使ってはいけないし、難しいものだから鍛錬を怠ってもいけない。
I'm really happy Shiro is keeping to his training.
でもまあ、それは破ったって構わない。
Kiritsugu's like, if you don't want to learn magic, I'm not gonna stop you. What a stark contrast from him and his father.
一番大事なことはね、魔術は自分のためじゃなくて、他人のためだけに使うということだよ。そうすれば、シローは魔術使いではあるけど、魔術師ではなくなるからね。
Yeah, in order to become a true magus, it's all about the selfishness of magic. You use only for yourself. But Kiritsugu's trying to inspire Shiro to use magic to help others, for the benefit of others. And it's teaching him that magic really only brings conflict and sadness. And he's right. This world isn't too keen on magic users, is it? Well, it is, but what I mean is, being one is quite the curse in and of itself. I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to become a magus. I don't care about that. I don't admire a magus, I admire Kiritsugu. If I can become like Kiritsugu and be there for someone like on that red day, that will be... I'm thinking needlessly. I feel the iron rod in my backbone slide into place. If I lose control of my breathing now, it would be a fatal mistake. The artificial magic circuit will eat away my body and destroy it. that happens, I'll die. I would be only an amateur, failing such an elementary step. You know, it'd be fucking great if I could actually record in peace. That'd be fucking wonderful. I would be only an amateur, failing such an elementary step. I grind my teeth and resume the connection. After a battle like walking on needles, the iron rod finally arrives deep within me and fuses with my body. Okay, so the iron rod can just fuse with your body then. That's cool. This process took me about an hour. After that much time, I'm finally able to make one artificial circuit. One circuit that produces magical energy. Wow. Imagine that much effort for just one circuit. Something that some people are born with, like, hundreds, dozens of them. Gosh, must pay to be fucking a Tosaka, I suppose. After that, it becomes a process of naturally flowing magical energy. Amiya Shiro is no magus. He is only a magic user who can create magical energy within his body and channel it into objects. I love the idea of having a magic user who's not a magus, who doesn't identify as a magus, who isn't going to stoop to the lows of a magus, nor delve into the way of thinking that they have. I find that really fucking awesome. So there's only one magic possible, which is strengthening objects. It is a magic of strengthening that reinforces the object's abilities by understanding the object's structure and channeling magical energy into it. Ah, sweet. That's actually really rad, Shiro. That means that if you have a basic sword, you could channel some magical energy into it and strengthen it. You can strengthen any object you like. If you can level the shit out of this is going to be one of the best buffs you could possibly have. Because if you can buff, like, for example, the Excalibur on Saber, then that's going to be doing massive damage. I wonder if that kind of, like, cooperative techniques will be utilized later on, because that's freaking awesome. I like this. Just a basic strength up kind of deal here. Sorry for my swearing. Alter the structure. Before me is a metal pipe. I will channel magical energy into it, perform the simplest magic, and reinforce its durability. Basically, channeling your magical energy into something other than yourself is like pouring poison into that object. It is just as the blood of Emiya Shiro is not the blood of the metal pipe. Pumping different blood only accelerates its breakdown. It certainly wouldn't strengthen it. To prevent that, and to turn the poison into a tonic, one must completely understand the structure of the target and channel the magical energy into small open spaces. Okay. Composition. Reinforce. Oh. Must be easy for a skilled magus. But for me, who cannot even create sufficient magical energy, it's as hard as hitting a target hundreds of meters away. The usual target in archery is 28 meters away. How much harder it is many times that distance goes without saying. The heat of my body quickly escapes. The burning pillar in my backbone disappears, and the lungs stretch to the limit, demand air. I arc my back to hold off the daze, almost making me pass out. Aw, Shiro. Keep on trying, buddy. I believe in you. Shiro, keep trying, keep practicing, keep putting all of your body, your soul into it. There's no change in the metal pipe. It seems that the magical energy I poured into it has evaporated into the air. Yeah, it already does have form, so understanding it and surrounding it by filling, like, spaces within it, and if you only have one magical circuit, you're not even, a blood from a specific bloodline, you don't really have any talent for this. It's extremely difficult. thing I'm attempting is like adding something to an already complete work of art. Think Jenga, for example. Adding to a complete object risks making it less perfect. Adding unnecessary things will actually decrease the value. That is why the magic of strengthening is simple yet difficult, and only a few magi use it willingly. It's not like I use it willingly either, but it can't be helped as this is the only thing I'm good at. It would be much easier if I could just form something out of clay and use it instead, Datara style. But a substitute, in appearance, doesn't have the internal structure to match. Junk around here is a good example. When I fail with strengthening magic, I make some substitute objects to practice and to calm down, but they all end up with nothing inside. I can visualize something structure easily, so I can make the outside look like the original, but it's empty inside, and of course, it doesn't do anything. I wipe the sweat off my brow. Now that I think about it, I realize my whole body is sweating like I've been drenched with a bucket of water. But I'm lucky it just ended like this. That was really bad. If I'd taken a second longer to recover myself, I would probably have destroyed most of my body. Man, if only Shiro was a motherfucking Saiyan. That's literally, I feel like that is, oh my goodness. I hope that the author had that reference in mind when he wrote this line, because that just reminds me of Saiyans from Dragon Ball too much. It's not even that easy, but it is true that you won't improve your magic if you're scared of death. As long as you study magic, death is always right beside you. Even a simple magic repeated every day could go off with a simple mistake, taking the caster's life. Right, just like Kiritsugu taught you. That's amazing. That's amazing. Kiritsugu said so sadly. Maybe he meant that he didn't want me to take such a step. Ow! 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck me, dude. Come on. A line like that having to be said, really? Saving someone means not saving someone else. Superhero is really selfish. Huh. Yeah. You know, as selfless as heroes are, they can be just as selfish. No. It's only a matter of perspective. A matter of action. Kiritsugu said that to me when I told him I wanted to be just like him. I still don't know what he meant. Let's see. But Emiya Shiro has to become a superhero who goes around saving people, just like Emiya Kiritsugu. Alright. Just to talk about Shiro for a little bit. His characterization has been wonderful. He has an underdog aesthetic that I wholeheartedly love. He's not overpowered, but he's got a knack to keep trying, and he's very much a hard worker. He's kind and willing to help others, and he has flaws, you know, he's quick-tempered, especially with those that he doesn't get along with. But he manages to find a way with even the worst people, like Shinji, for example. He's got a lot of things on his mind. He thinks too much. And why do I get distracted by needless things at the most important times? Isn't that a question that I think most people could relate to? Shiro's got this sense of relatability to him. He's also in a world that is out against him. He's an average human, saved by a stroke of luck, by fate itself. Not bound by a special family, limited magical circuits, not talented in the least. But a wholly grand ambition, that's for certain. And a love and respect, along with admiration for a foster father who managed to save him. The only thing on Shiro's mind is wanting to save others, so that one day, On a similar red crimson day, like that one of his own, he might be able to save someone. I believe that's going to come up later. Because if we are going to fight in this Grail War, we're going to be summoning the same thing that we did before. I'll remind you. And I'm certain that Kirei won't stop until that's completed. Hell, promised he would. He made it his life goal. He was reincarnated by the Grail's will as well. The storytelling is so marvelous. The way that it foreshadows and pulls events together and strings things along so elegantly, it all fits together like a great puzzle piece. It's also poetic. It always rhymes. I gotta say, I'm very much a fan of the writing style that Nasu has. Even in the slice of life moments, it's very Japanese. It's a very Japanese style visual novel game, but I don't mind it because the characters bounce off of each other really well. There's actual chemistry there, sort of like Steins Gate in that regard. Steins Gate would not be as good if it weren't for the chemistry between the characters, but this game manages to strike that balance already by introducing organic characters that bounce off of each other normally, and even with the cliche of having a, you know, love interest like Sakura, or, you know, the main character having multiple love interests because, you know, he's the main character. It's not so simple. Everyone has their own goals, everyone has the own things that they want. Everyone suffers, everyone's going through their own tragic lives, everyone has a dream, and we're all fighting for something that we don't even know about, something that we can't really prove exists, something that really only inhibits a hope in it, a hope in our mind, you know? Sorry to, you know, go on a long tangent, but I really love this stuff. It's not enough to understand the structure of an object with mere vision. A skilled magus only detects what's important and channels magical energy without a waste. My dream is to become a superhero. I remember what Fujine said during dinner. I don't think it's embarrassing nor impossible. Oh, I love that, Shiro. Keep that mindset. Even when everyone else around you tells you that your dreams are childish, that you won't be able to accomplish them, that they're foolish, you say, fuck that. You say, I'm gonna do it for me. You say, I believe in it. It's not embarrassing nor impossible. It's something that I can achieve. Something that I believe in. Something that I've seen with my own eyes, and a man that I admire. Damn right, Shiro, you motherfucking legend. It's already determined. Emiya Shiro will succeed Emiya Kiritsugu. I love that confidence there. That's why, even though I'm inexperienced, I've done everything I can. I don't know what kind of person a superhero should be, so I can only approach it by helping others within the limits of my abilities. After all, great power comes with great responsibility. I have aimed straight for the goal for the past 5 years, but when things just go wrong like this, I do have doubts.
点でわからないよ、親父。
Oh yeah.
一体さ、何をすれば正義の味方になれるんだ?
How can you become a superhero? Eat some cane and a fried chicken. Kiritsugu just through the metaverse.
Shiro, eat some kind of fried chicken.
What the fuck? What?
Just trust me. It'll help you along the way.
I look up at the sky through the window. It's not like I can just randomly do good deeds. I think being a superhero is different from just helping others. I know that, but the question is, how can I become one? The difference between the two is the thing I've failed to understand for the past 5 years. I love that Shiro's asking these questions, you know? It just makes his character that much better for me. Alright, February 1st. Day 2. Sweet. My awakening is dark. Perhaps I just don't dream much, but unless something really special happens, I always seem to have the same dream. Whoa! What I imagine are swords. I don't know why it is, but this is the only thing that comes into my mind. There's no meaning or reason to it. may just be one of the aspects making up Emiya Shiro. What does that mean? There are no dreams to dream. The only things I recall from sleep are things I was taught a long time ago. For example, about magi. Even if I'm an amateur, if I'm a magus, it's only natural for me to understand the kind of world I live in. Frankly speaking, a magus is an exception who deviates from modern society. But even exceptions must band together to survive. Father told me that the group of magi is called the Magic Association. He also said that I shouldn't associate with them. Damn, smart move, Kiritsugu. I'm glad that you already told Shiro that. The Magic Association hides magic and organizes magi. They basically keep watch to see that magi do not affect society with magic. But the strange part is that they do not prohibit misuse of magic. Whoa, yeah, that is really odd. According to Kiritsugu, the Magic Association is only interested in the concealment of magic. Yeah, that's all they care about. Even if a magus carries out his research at the expense of the lives of many ordinary people, the Magic Association will not punish him. Wow. I can already think of Kiritsugu's father there. He would not have been punished. It just needed to be covered up. All for the good of the research. What a fucked world we live in this universe. Magic Association is honestly horrible. I love the subtlety of this line reminding me already of Kiritsugu's past. Their priority is that magic should not become public, so they do not ban magic. So they're crazy people who think you can do anything as long as you don't get caught. Yeah! Shiro, you are reading my mind, sir. That is exactly it. It's quite the statement, but I actually believe you. Anyway, the surveillance of the Magic Association is thorough. Most magical research would cost the lives of ordinary people, and as a result, the existence of magic would become public. So the association does not allow research that would harm society. So, magi stay at home and research quietly, while the normal world carries on unmolested. That is a very strange word choice there. I'm not sure if that's just a translation thing, or is this very old English? Did people say unmolested to describe the world not being defiled? I suppose. Okay, I'll just take it with a grain of salt. That's fine. Hence, magi only try to hide themselves to escape the association. So perhaps I just don't know it and a magus lives in this town. Yeah? That's quite an amazing thought, Shiro. Good intuition there. Fucking Rin. I hear Fuyuki City is a spiritually excellent area. Such an area always has a distinguished magus with a history. They are also called second owner, an elite, and the association entrusts the area to them. You know, I wonder if Shiro's dreams have a meaning besides what they already entail. Because it is very strange how he dreams of swords, and the sword in his dream reminds me of Excalibur. Is Shiro linked by fate itself, and he's receiving visions of some kind? Or did the swords... are they similar to Archer, how he could create swords? I mean, we did get a whole, like, fucking novel about bone and swords and blood and the fire and the unlimited blade work, so that could tie into it, but for now I'm just gonna keep that in the back of my mind. The dreams have quite something to do with Shiro. Magi who would live in the area must visit them and obtain their permission to construct a workshop. Looking at it like that, we're thieves living here, without the permission of the landlord. Father was an outlaw who cut his ties with the association and moved here without the consent of the administrator of Fuyuki. Yep, but the thing is, I am so happy that the Kiritsugu was able to do that. I'm so happy. The owner doesn't know that Emiya Kiritsugu was a magus, and Kiritsugu didn't know who the owner was. Is the owner, like, Kirei? No, it can't be Kirei. He's a part of the church, not the Magic Association. You know, the only person that would be fitting to be a leader of a Magic Association would be fucking Zoken, if anybody. With reasoning like that, I think our position is ambiguous. Father, the real Magus, has passed away, and I, his son and pupil, don't know the magic association and have not the skill to be a Magus. From the association's point of view, they would want to catch me, an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. No, I've heard that Japan is relatively hidden from the eyes of the association, so I think I've just not been found out. I see. So, yeah, because if you remember, a lot of the magical parts in Fate were in Europe and on different islands and stuff. And also Germany. But that doesn't mean I can let my guard down. People say that the eyes of the association are everywhere. On top of that, if you commit a crime with magic, the heretic hunters of the church will come after you. Right, the church. I love how they're already establishing this parts of the lore. What amazing world building we're already being shown through just basic exposition. Very effectively woven together by Nasu. The magic, the society in this world is just fucked up. Just to be honest here. And the association truly does remind me of a cult. It seems like there's a lot of, like, dark secrets to be found within the association and within the families, as if they tie back to an original source of some sort. It reminds me of, like, the Freemasons and stuff like that, if anything. And that fucking terrifies me, because, you know, secret societies and the like are, you know, in the vein of conspiracy and, like, tinfoil hat people, but I'm very fascinated by that sort of stuff, and I don't believe everything that I hear about it, but I certainly don't deny the possibility, like I think most people should. That just means that whatever you use magic for, lack of care will create enemies. I, Emi Ashiro, just have to study independently, taking that into account. I wake up to see the sun shining through the window. The sun may have just risen as it's still a bit dark outside. Me too, Shiro. Me too. I get up, try not to be defeated by the morning chill, and quickly fold up my futon. It's 5:30. What of my strength is waking up at this time? No matter how late I get to sleep, I do sometimes make mistakes and wake up late like yesterday, but I usually wake up early. Breakfast. Oh, yes. Since I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, I have to return the favor this morning. Hey! Shiro, you legend! What a good guy! I should finish preparing breakfast before Sakura arrives. I love you, Shiro, already. Oh my god, I'm fanboying. I cook rice and make some miso soup. It was radish and carrot yesterday, so I make onion and potato miso soup today. I also make the usual broth egg and broth boil, and I'm done. I cut and salt the sori, however you pronounce that, I'm not too certain, and stop just before cooking it. Well, that was fast, only like half an hour to cook that? It's almost 6 o'clock. I finished earlier than expected, so I have some extra time. So what should I do? Oh, training? The morning exercises are my daily routine, so I'll go and search my body a bit. I thought we were going to get another choice, so I'm glad the game made it for me. The empty dojo is quite enough to brace myself. In the morning, when the sun has just risen, the silence has a holy feel to it that fascinates those who come here. There's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Since Kiritsugu died, this place has become a gym to train my body. Even a magus cannot neglect to train their body. One of the requirements for a magus is to have excellent physical abilities. While Kiritsugu was alive, we had many matches here. Well, it was pretty much him beating on me, so I didn't learn anything about how to win in a fight. But I think I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or a murder. It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself, and times will come when you have to fight. He's already taken that to heart like a good lad. For a magi, a fight means killing each other, So I think what Kiritsuga wanted to teach me was to prepare my mind for the prospect of death. And you know, Shiro has such a special way of thinking. It's so different from other protagonists. It's really fucking neat. But it's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises that anyone could do. What are you about to do? Some planks and stuff? After warming up by stretching, I start my exercises, keeping my attention inside my body. I comprehend the flow of the magic circuit, the friction in my bones, the distortion in my thinking during fatigue, all while in training. Bro. 170 what? 170 push-ups?! Even a simple push-up can be training for the magic circuit if I put on mental shackles instead of metal weights. As I don't have a teacher, exercise like that of club's morning practice is an important part of training. My god, Shiro, you're mad. That is so many push-ups. Sakura! Yes, I have. I've made something special for you, Sakura.
朝食の支度なら済んでる。あとは食器の支度と魚に火を通すだけ。
Oh, hell yeah! Let's get this.
それならお手伝いします。食器の支度は任せてください。
You sit yourself down, Sakura. Let me do the work today. You did everything yesterday. Sakura is cheerful. Behind that admirable junior. Fujine.
この匂いはシロの卵焼きね。そっか、今朝はシロの朝ごはんなんだ。
I love how she has a mug with a tiger on it. That's adorable. Fujine moves slowly to the table. Well, first, I have to cook the fish I've prepared. Oh, hell yeah, let's prepare this fish.
この表面がブツブツのですか？
そうそれ。焼き物は皿にも気を配らないと手抜かりになるからな。
Man, nice. Sakura takes out a dish from the back. I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist. When she leaned forward. Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me that's just coincidence. I really don't want to imagine the abuse and suffering that she goes through at home. I swear to fucking god, if Shinji beats her, or if Zoken beats her, or if the worms are doing anything to her, I will riot, and I will destroy the game world. I am the game master, bitch. I can uninstall the game. Therefore, you won't have to suffer. Well, I won't get to enjoy the suffering, but hey, as long as Sakura doesn't suffer, I'm fine. If this isn't if this is just coincidence, then I'll write it off. But I don't think it is. This is such a subtle fucking way of writing that you should be concerned about Sakura, because there's a lot of mystery behind her.
Sakura, ちょっと待った。
Oh no.
はい。何ですか、先輩。
Oh no.
その手首のあざ、なんだ？
Oh no. She looks away awkwardly. And that tells me who caused that bruise.
またシンジか。あいつ、喉に手をあげるなんて何考えてやがる。
Oh my god. Okay. Everyone, I'm about to go sicko mode! I am going to fucking prepare my entire body. I'm gonna go like fucking Choji on this bitch. I'm gonna fucking elevate myself and fucking drop my stomach right onto his fucking head like a bowling ball. Crush the skull. Like, this is different between thigh crushing. This is fucking tummy crushing. And fucking, like, just fucking slap it onto him like a fucking boulder. Oh my god, I want to do things to Shinji. I want to destroy him! How dare he do things to Sakura!
違います、先輩。これは転んでぶつけちゃったんです。ほら、私鈍いでしょ？
You are the farthest thing from slow, my dear. You did not fall and hurt yourself. I'm going to beat the piss out of
だからよ
Shinji.
く転んで怪我ばっかりしてるんです。
No. Now, if anything, Shiro needs to go and do something better than beating Shinji up. He needs to go to Shinji and put an ice cube down his back. No. Something better. Put a worm in his fucking ass crack. Just watch it fucking wiggle around. You know, it's not even supposed to be funny, because haha, wormy, worm. It's supposed to be funny because I wanted to ride inside of him. Oh my god, it just... Ah!
バカ、転んだぐらいでそんなあざがつくか。信じたやつ、どうやらまだ殴られ足りないみたいだな。
Oh yeah, Shiro beat his ass! The one time I'm okay. The protagonist, he ain't holding back. Shiro ain't a pussy. He's like, hey, I'm gonna beat this fool! He ain't gonna freaking beat on my friend.
ダメです先輩。これ本当に兄さんは関係ないんです。私が一人で怪我をしただけなんですから、先輩に怒ってもらう資格なんて
Oh
あり
my
ません。
goodness, Sakura, no, please, stop. Stop. I know you're just trying to protect. I know you don't want things to get worse. I know you don't like conflict, but Sakura, my dear, this isn't okay. Sakura falls silent. Sakura looks calm, but she is pretty obstinate. It's useless to say anything to her now.
わかった。さくらがそう言うんならそういうことにしておく。
I believe Shiro is just saying this, but in his mind he's just like, he's putting on some fucking metal music and just imagining a fucking Shinji dummy, and he's just practicing on it. Motherfucking corkscrew!
はい。ごめんなさい、先輩。
Oh, her voice acting hurts my heart.
だからどうしてそこでさくらが謝るんだ。悪いのはシンジだろ
At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakura looks away awkwardly. In other words, he is the cause of that bruise. Mato Shinji has a bad habit of being hard on his sister Sakura. I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakura was injured sometimes, and she just evaded my question when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the only one who hit Sakura. He was... Oh my god, he just admitted to it? What kind of... Is Shinji just like an all-time narcissistic asshole? He needs a knuckle sandwich. This isn't about peanut butter jelly or fucking grilled cheese anymore. We need a fucking knuckle sandwich in his mouth! We got the 3 fate routes. Fate, grilled cheese sandwich. Fate, knuckle sandwich. And the final route. Fate, peanut butter jelly time. When I asked him why he hit her, he said that he just hit her because he felt like it. Oh, my blood is boiling. There's anger seething within myself. I am the blood of my bone. I am the sword of my bane. I am a person that will beat Shinji's fucking stupid cookie monster, like, ah! Okay, I'm gonna calm down now. After that, I got pissed and did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. Since then, we've been estranged. I see, so that's why they don't like each other much. But hey, Shiro is a boss. He's the legend. He's the ultimate freaking bro. This man, like, I love a protagonist who isn't, ashamed to say, yeah, I beat the piss out of someone that beat up a helpless little girl. That's fucking awesome. Most protagonists don't do stuff like that, and that's amazing. I still don't regret punching him, and you shouldn't. But I think it's my fault that Sakura is being treated worse. Oh my god, not Shinji, that motherfucker.
先輩、兄さんとはその仲直りしてくれましたか？
Oh yeah, we worked things out perfectly fine, Sakura. It all ended with, well, he was on the ground and I was on top of him, but hey, we were just wrestling. It was a fun match.
ああ、したよ。別に初めから喧嘩なんてしてないから、仲直りも何もないけどな。
So the reason Shiro holds himself back is because of Sakura. Shiro does have a quick temper, but he manages to hold himself back because he's used to Shinji's antics, but he's also wants to protect and keep Sakura safe.
先輩にとってはそうでしょうけど、兄さんにとっては喧嘩をしたことになるんです。
Oh my god, Shinji, you are a piece of filth.
気をつけてください。
Oh, Sakura, I'm so sorry. Sakura says strange things sometimes.
気をつけろってシンジが？
Well, if anything, he should be terrified of me.
はい。兄さん、先輩を目の敵にしてるって聞きました。
Oh my god.
その、先輩が退部するようになったのも、兄さんのせいだって。
So, you know, why are they making me hate it? Like, I didn't hate a character in Zero this much. I never wanted to actually snap a character's neck off in Zero, but here, I'm already feeling rage.
それは違う。部活を辞めたのはシンジとは関係ない。いや、そりゃ多少はあったかもしれないけど、そんなのはさくらが気に病むことじゃないぞ。
I point at my right shoulder. There's a scar there. It happened a year and a half ago. Okay, this is the injury that we learned about. A shipment collapsed on me during work and I hurt my right shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one and I got a burn on my skin. Aww. After that accident, I quit the archery club. I don't blame you. Like, seriously, I really don't. My school archery club emphasizes formalities as they let us shoot formally even as students. The men expose their right shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on their shoulder. Since I was getting busy with work, I quit the archery club right then.
先輩、しつこいようですけど、本当にもう弓は引かないんですか？藤村先生も怪我なんて支障はないって言ってるのに。
Oh, she's so concerned about him. It's okay, Sakura.
何を平和な。藤姉は全身骨折して支障ないっていうやつだぞ。
Oh gosh.
先輩、私真面目な話をして
You
る
can tell when Sakura's being serious. She makes the best face. I love it. I should answer seriously too, but I can't give her the answer she wants.
は部活をしている余裕はないよ。弓は好きだけど、優先するべきことじゃないし、しばらくは間を取ろうと思う。
That's actually fair.
しばらくってどのくらいですか？
Oh, I just realized she wants Shiro to come back because she doesn't want to feel alone at school. She wants Shiro to be there for her during archery club. Oh.
気が向いた頃かな。ま、さくらが卒業するぐらいまでに。
There you go.
その時はよろしくな。
And Shiro's good with words. That's bound to make her happy. I pat Sakura's shoulder.
私、その時をお待ちしています。
Yes. And she nods so powerfully that it seems she might drop the plate she's holding. It's so adorable. So cute. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujine have already left for their morning club practice. I went to school early yesterday because Issei wanted me to, but I'll leave my house at the usual time today. I run into an unusual scene when I reach the intersection. Uh-oh, what's going on? Persona 4! The TV world! No! Several police cars are parked outside a house. Something must have happened, as it's noisy and lots of people are surrounding the area. Huh? I'm curious, but I cannot tell what's going on with all the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. Well, that's probably gonna bite you in the ass later. This music, man, it just fills me with that happy-go-lucky feeling like I'm gonna skip down the street, you know? I'm so happy. I reach school 10 minutes before the bell. Oh yeah, man. I enter the main gate as usual. Oh my god, we actually get to see Shiro interact with Mitsuzuri? Nice. Oh, you look so fucking cute in that outfit. I love it. I bump into a familiar female student.
なんだ、まだ着替えてないのか、三辻。もうすぐホームルームだぞ。俺に挨拶なんかしてる場合じゃないだろう。
If anything, you could change right here in front of me. I wouldn't mind.
いや、ごもっとも。相変わらず釣れない野郎だね、エミヤは。
I wouldn't consider him gold. If anything, Rain is way golder. She laughs as if something is really funny. Mitsuzuri Ayako. She was my classmate in first year, and she's now the captain of the archery club. She's very insightful, and everyone expected her to become captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age, so she's been the older sister type everyone counts on since she was the first year. Ah, a good old One-san. Though she gets mad when people say that. According to her, she's not that old.
ああ、今あんた、よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったかもし。
Nah, I was just imagining you out of that outfit.
そんなものは漏らさない。あくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけだ。
Objectively about the truth.
三辻の勝手だが。
I fucking love that. Nah, dude, I was just objectively thinking about the truth.
お、言うじゃん。いいね。正直に答えるくせに何をどう考えてたかは口にしないんだもん。
Just gonna have to leave that up to your imagination, Mitsuzuri-san.
エミヤ、シンジと違って隙がないな。
Oh man, Shinji's a little fucking... I feel like Shinji is the type to get scared and freak out like Eee! When anyone tries to actually jump him.
シンジ？なんでそこにシンジが出てくるんだ？
Again, Shinji has to be a fucking loser.
なんでも何も、あんたとシンジって友人じゃない。
Alright, friends is a bit of a word here. It's a strong word. I don't know if I can call him
シンジ
that.
の男友達ってあんただけでしょ。それにお忘れでしょうが、私これでも弓道部の首相なの。うちの問題児とやめちまった問題児を。
Wow, you're calling Shiro a problem student too? What the hell?
まあ確かに自然だ。弓道部ってのは関係ないけど、俺とあいつは腐れ縁だからな。
I guess they're just bound by fate itself.
あ、カチンときた。あんたね、弓道部の話になると急に冷たくなるでしょ。
He kind of does. His attitude changes a lot when the archery club is
い
brought
いゴ
up.
ミ分よね。シンジをほっぽっといて、自分はさっさと退場しちゃうんだから。後に残された私とかさくらの気持ちとか、少しは考えてくれてもいいんじゃない？
Well, it's your assumption that I don't think about them.
シンジのやつ、またなんかやったのか？
I wouldn't doubt it.
あいつが何もやらない日なんてないけど。
Oh man. What did he do this time?
まあ、それにしても昨日のはちょっとやりすぎか。
Oh, was it the thing with Rin where he tried to like, you know, lunge
1年の
towards
男
Rin?
子が一人辞めたぐらいだから。
Oh no, come the hell on. He's one of those too? Mitsuzuri sighs seriously. It's rare for her to make a face like this, but even more than that, I can't ignore what you just said.
なんだよそれ。部員が辞めたってなんで？
Because Shinji's a bitch.
シンジのやつが八つ当たりしたのよ。わざわざ女子を集めてね、夢を持ったばかりの子にシャをさせて、的中するまで笑い物にしてた。
Wow. What? Oh my god. What? Oh. That is so despicable. That is despicable!
はあ？お前、そんな馬鹿げたこ
はあ？
とを見過ごしてたってのか？
Or were you not there, Mitsuzuri?
見過ごすか。けどさ、首相ってのはいろいろと忙しいんだ。
That's absolutely
いつも道場にいる
fair.
わけじゃないってエミヤだって知ってるでしょ。
So Shinji must have waited for his opportunity to do that.
それはそうだが。にしても、何考えてんだ、シンジのやつ。必要以上に厳しく教えることはあっても、素人を見せ物にするようなやつじゃないだろう。
Oh yeah, definitely.
呆れた。エミヤっては本当にあれだ。
What do you mean by that?
あれってな。お前、よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったか？
Were you just thinking badly? Oh my god. Shiro just used the power of of words against.